Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
Magandang hapon mga katribu, ako si Vernon Velasco at ngayong araw ay sasamahan tayo ni Atty. Alfred Campañano ng Aranas Cruz, Araneta, Parker and Faustino Law para i-discuss ang nitty-gritty ng insurance policies. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Jackie.
Sir, ano po ba yung what is life insurance property and what's the difference between life insurance property and property?
So, to understand basically life insurance tsaka property insurance, I think we have to go to the definition or kung ano ba ang what an insurance policy is in general, no? This is a kind of an agreement or an engagement na kung saan the insurer or one person undertakes to compensate. So, babayaran niya yung isang tao, another person, which is in this case usually the insured, to indemnify another, so yung isang tao, against losses or damage or liability arising from, so meaning that the insured will pay the insurer will pay the insured para pag nag-suffer yung insured, nag-suffer in a sense nagkaroon ng damage, injury, or in cases of life insurance, namatay, then may babayaran siya because of that. Ngayon, ang insurance, of course, hindi naman yan libre. Nagbabayad ka ng tinatawag natin na premiums.
Okay.
So, meaning, yun yung binabayaran mo monthly or annually or quarterly, depending on the arrangement in the policy, na kung saan that's the consideration, yan yung incentive na nakukuha naman doing the business of insurance. So, ngayon, as far as life and property, from the word itself, then pag sinabi mo it's an insurance policy on life, then ang thing or the object of the insurance is yung buhay ng isang tao. While ang property naman is ang object of the insurance is the property itself. Mapabangka, sasakyan, bahay, pen, kung may nag-insure man ng ballpen. Diba? So yun yung idea niyan, property and life insurance.
So basically, what are the types of insurance policies? Basically, the one that touches on the life and non-life po.
Okay, so as far as, kasi, pag sabi mong typology na yan, parang depende rin lang talaga yan sa how you, tinitignan mo. So, as to object, then syempre meron na tayong classification, no? Between a life insurance and a property insurance. Ngayon, sa life insurance, yung mga different kinds mo dyan would be normally yung term life insurance, or your whole life insurance. Ang difference ng term life insurance from that of a whole life insurance is pag sabi mong term, from the word itself, you're insured for a specific period of time. While pag sinabi mong whole life, it's relatively permanent unless, of course, ikaw na mismo ang mag-cancel. Tapos, meron tayong group life insurance. It's a kind of life insurance na normally nakikita mo sa mga na binibigay sa employees. Na it's a form of a term in a sense na hindi siya permanent kasi of course you're only insured or you're only insured until of course na terminate ang employment with that specific employer. Sa property naman, there are different kinds of insurance, pero under the insurance code, ang immediately na mababanggit dyan would be your fire insurance, your casualty insurance, and yung marine insurance.
Attorney, meron tayo yung yung kung tawagin na insurable interest. Ano ba yung insurable interest?
Ngayon, pag sinabi mong insurable interest, this is may text, may there's a codal provision here in the Insurance Code of the Philippines, kung not mistaken. Pero for the viewers there, pag sinabi mo lang naman insurable interest, you look at bakit mo ba siya, ano ba ang karapatan mo to have that life or to have that thing insured. Sa life insurance, kailangan ang insurable interest, the standard na tinitignan mo is, tinitignan mo sa life is whether or not a person is interested sa buhay ng tao na yan. So, pwedeng yung magulang mo kasi you're dependent for support. Yung asawa mo because you're husband and wife, etc. So, meaning, the insurable interest is may pakialam ka ba? Meron ka bang interest? So, meron ka bang loss na pwedeng mangyari if namatay yung taong yan? Ngayon, ganun din sa property. So, palitan nyo lang. So, pag sinabi mong property insurance, is there an pecuniary interest? So, meaning may loss or damage ka ba that you will suffer if nawala or nasira yung bagay na yan?
Balik tayo sa property insurance to. Ano ba yung iba-ibang kinds ng property insurance, attorney?
So, yun. Tulad nga po nang nasabi ko, maraming variations yan, no? Yung fire insurance, yan yung, of course, yung insurance na makikita mo normally, for example, sa buildings, kung nasunog yan. But, of course, sa fire insurance, meron tayong tinatawag na coverage na kung saan, hindi naman talaga apoy ang kinasira ng building, pero covered siya by that insurance. So, kung covered siya by tornado, storms, etc. So, that can also qualify as fire insurance. Pero pag sabi mong casualty insurance, dyan naman papasok yung mga insurance na binibigay sa'yo for accidents or mishaps. So, dito normally pumapasok yung mga third-party liability insurance na nire-require sa'yo kapag may, if you have a car or a vehicle. Or, yung mga, meron din naman tayong third-party or yung or another one is yung comprehensive motor vehicle insurance. Na, I think for most drivers out there, the common feature is, pag sinabi mong third-party liability, it's the insurance coverage na kapag meron kang na-cause na injury to a third person. So, meaning hindi siya party sa contract ng insurance. Pero, sinasagot iyan, parang magbabayad ng insurer dyan kapag may nabangga ka, o nabangga mo yung sasakyan, o nabangga mo yung tao. So, it's a third-party liability. Ngayon, pag sabi mong comprehensive naman siya, or yung comprehensive own damage na tinatawag, comprehensive siya in a sense na covered ang third-party liability, pero it's comprehensive also in a sense na all risks are being insured against. So parang kunwari, yung nangyari lang, I think that was last year, yung may mga nabaha sa sasakyan, pag nabaha ang sasakyan, or yun nga, or pwede rin pag nanakaw ang sasakyan mo, or meron may nanadya na sirain yung sasakyan mo for whatever reason, no? So, that's also covered by this so-called comprehensive motor vehicle insurance.
So, ayan mga katribu, magpapatuloy ang ating diskusyon about property insurance with Attorney Alfred Campañano sa pagbabalik ng Talingang Katribu.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
#143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can you get the following? 1 want pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my hashtag 143SM. Call to the... Wait lang. Okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... cancel ko sa Lipa. Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami mag-deliver.
Call to deliver. Call, hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver, hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver, call, hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call na rin kayo. Call to deliver.
And we're back. Attorney, dumako naman tayo ngayon sa mga benepisyo ng life and property insurance. Can you elucidate more on that?
Actually, yung benefits that you get from an insurance, the primary benefit talaga na makikita mo dyan eh, you pay for an insurance policy because anytime, pwedeng may mangyari sa'yo. Oh, pwedeng naglalakad ka lang dyan, and someone suddenly bumped you or nabangga ka, so may injury. So one of the primary objective of that insurance is it's the payment of losses. Kunwari, tulad ng sabi ko, yung sasakyan mo kunwari nakapark lang dyan sa gilid. Tapos bigla there is an accident na nagkaroon ng banggaan, nag-swerve yung sasakyan, nabangga yung sasakyan mo. So meron kang meron kang recovery for that injury in property, or of course meron kang benefit naman if for example that person dies in life insurance policies. Another benefit na pwede mo makita for engaging for having insurance policies is yung tinatawag na you're able to manage yung tinatawag na cash flow interruptions, no? So tulad nga ng sinabi ko na parang aside from the payment of loss, the benefit there is pag alam mo insured ka, meron kang pangtawid to at least make pantawid doon sa incident na yan. So for example, if a person is insured and then suddenly namatay, then of course, di ba syempre may mga preparations ka na kailangan gawin, for example, in preparing for the burial or for yung wake na tinatawag. So all of this will incur may ina-expect expenses. So that in itself is a cash flow interruption that insurance allows you to maintain or manage. Ganun din sa property. Kapag nasira ang sasakyan mo, nabangga, then of course, you will also have to undertake repairs. And that in itself will also mga unexpected expenses yan. So at least with insurance, that would help you manage it a bit more. And lastly is of course, like since it's a form of a financial transaction, then it can also serve as a proof or evidence of financial service for financial resources. Kasi nga syempre makikita tayo dyan na some creditors would look into your credit score or how good are you as a debtor. So yun din yung pwedeng mapakita mo na your insurance or good credit in your insurance policies can also serve as a evidence of a good good credit rating or magandang financial resources mo.
Yeah. Pero alam mo, attorney, for the sake of argument, no, ang insurance pumapasok lang kapag meron ng masamang nangyari. Let's say, mishaps, aksidente nga. Para sa'yo, who needs life and property insurance when everybody should be covered?
Ayun, as you said.
Diba?
I think talaga ang position ko dyan is as much as possible, everyone should be insured. Kasi nga, again, di ba, parang what the consideration in paying this premium is at any time, anything can happen. So parang insurance policies exist in order for you to make preparations for unexpected events. Yun nga, di ba tulad nga ng sinasabi nga natin is that parang bigla na lang nasira ang sasakyan mo or a relative of you dies. So, yan yung mga occurrences in our life na we have to be more or less prepared for. Or if in a sense na hindi naman inaabangan mo, di ba? Pero alam mo na pag nangyari yan, then mahihirapan tayo in the absence of insurance. So, yun talaga siya. Ako, personally, if you can, then you should invest in insurance policies.
Why don't we, sabi mo nga, di ba, everybody should be covered. Why don't the powers that we make a provision in the law to make it mandatory? We know that we have PhilHealth, di ba? When we have something more to bolster that.
First, as far as as you said, the powers that be, as far as these transactions are concerned, hindi mo naman pwedeng gawin mandatory yan. Kasi of course, this is again parang kung gusto ng tao yan na mag-enter into that kind of transaction, then that is something that he should have a choice to do so. So it's really a matter of advocating the benefits of insurance and promoting it rather than compelling everyone. Kasi nga, as I said, as much as I want everyone to be insured, it's not something naman na madali lang bitawan. Kasi magbibitaw at magbibitaw ka ng pera.
Yes.
So, more often than not, you would always see those people with na may insurance coverage from, at least from private entities, or private individuals, na sila yung may mga maayos ang financial resources. But again, there are certain insurance coverages that are required by law na tulad nga nabanggit mo, which is yung sa PhilHealth, etc.
Okay. In terms of mortgage insurance, this is something everybody avoids. How can I avoid it?
Actually, it's not. The real thing here is you cannot avoid it unless you intend to pay in full. Whatever it is that you're acquiring, whether it be a house, a car, or if, for example, meron ka lang ordinary loan, it's not something that you can really avoid in a sense na there is a legal way to avoid it. Kasi again, this is a device meant to protect your creditors. Kasi in the flip side, if you're the person who is loaning money, or ikaw yung nagbebenta ng bahay, you really want less security for purchases na ganun kalaki. So, it's really a matter of it being built into the agreement. But again, if you can convince the person who is on the other side of the table to say na i-forgo na ang mortgage, wag na mag-secure ng mortgage insurance, then that's a different story.
Ito may question tayo sa netizens, no? From Manuel ng Bacoor, paano po kung isang buwan na lang po bago makompleto yung life insurance, tapos bigla pong namatay yung naka-insure? May makukuha pa rin po ba yun?
Well, yun yung idea nun, no? Meron dapat siya makukuha. Kasi that's the entire point of a traditional life insurance policy. Diba? In the duration ng buhay siya, as long as of course maganda ang premium mo, hindi na suspend ang policy. Diba? Then, ang mangyayari lang talaga dyan is, if it happens at the time na the policy is still in effect, then dapat meron siya makukuha. Kasi that's the purpose of it. But they cannot deny it. They cannot deny the insurance claim. Unless of course, meron tayong mga grounds for denial ng insurance claim. One of which is may mga tinatawag tayong misrepresentations, concealment, or fraudulent representations. So, yan yung mga pwedeng gawin ng insurance. Ito ang kailangan natin alalahanin lagi, when it comes to entering into insurance policies. As far as the applicant is concerned, so ikaw yung gusto mo mag-insure, be honest as much as possible. Kasi, syempre, you have to understand that insurance or doing the business is a business. So, hihikayatin ka ng insurance company na bayad ka premiums as much as possible. Kasi that premium na binabayad sa iyo, that's something that they can use for themselves to invest para maging stable ang insurance company. But at the same time, if something happens to you, di ba, to the insured, then there's a possibility na mag-shell out yan ng pera. And remember, as far one of the important feature of insurance is it's a risk distributing device. So parang ang idea niyan is the insurance company insures you as an individual, but remember, hindi lang ikaw ang customer niya. And of course, unless may genocide na mangyari, hindi naman lahat sabay-sabay mamamatay. So parang it has an interest also to as much as possible not entertain claims. So as far as your applications are concerned, you have to be honest. Kasi baka naman meron ka palang there are important disclosures during your application na malaman ng insurance company that was not true, then yun na, hindi pwedeng there's ground actually to deny the claim. As an example lang, Sir Velasco, no? For example, may kadalasan ang mga life insurance ngayon hindi na nagpapamedical. Di ba parang meron nang pinifill outan na form na may mga tinatanong kung there's a history of diabetes or cardiovascular diseases. All of these is pag sinabi mo no, then that's your representation na wala. Ngayon, if at the time na namatay ako, for example, namatay ako, tapos naglagay ako doon na wala, na everything, I'm fine, I'm healthy, wala akong problem. Pag ako namatay of a car accident, ordinarily, they will have to shell out or give out money. Bayaran ako for my claim. However, if they find out na diabetic pala ako at the time na security policy and I said no, even if the cause of death is not diabetes, they can deny your claim. So, as much as possible, be honest with your applications. Disclose what needs to be disclosed. Kasi, at the time that the risk happens, there is an interest as much as possible to not deny that claim. Mas gusto ng insurance company na i-deny yung claim mo. Kasi, syempre, hawak-hawak nila yung pera, and yung pera na yan, hindi mo lang pera yan. Pera yan ng mga resources ng mga tao na nagpa-insure sa kanila. Kaya nga siya risk distributing eh. Since not everyone will die at the same time, those who insured for, let's say, for life, lahat yan pinupull yung funds ninyo. And ultimately, if someone actually dies, then that pool of funds, yun yung pangbabayad doon sa taong insured. So, although hindi siya masama in a sense na na gano'n ang business ang ginagawa ng insurance company, but it just makes good sense. Kasi if you are the person naman who is also another customer, wala ka naman talagang, another client of theirs, wala ka naman talaga, relatively speaking, pakialam doon sa other person na insured by the same company. So it means na parang talagang the risk is distributed among all of the individuals who secure the same policy.
Okay. Ito mula kay Neil ng Caloocan. Sa mga empleyado po ba, pwede magkaroon ng insurance galing sa kumpanya? Meron po bang mga arrangement na empleyado ang employer?
Again, as I mentioned, since insurance policies are contractual, then the simple answer to her question is yes. Yun nga, tulad nga ng sabi natin, there's also what we call is this group life insurance. So it's a matter really of it being built in or being negotiated into your employment contract if wala yung employer mo mismo, or baka naman meron na silang parang internal arrangement with or that's a given already, para incentive yan for their employees. So yes, as long as of course may arrangements na nagawang ganun ang employer.
Yung ito question from Cesar, replace ko, yung mga force majeure na pangyayari na hindi na-declare sa arrangement like COVID-19, kapag namatay yung insurance holder, Covered ba siya?
Okay. You have to look at it in a sense na as far as force majeure or anything that happens beyond the fault of the person who's that's relatively covered. The unique thing about the pandemic, however, is yun nga, hindi naman it's a new it's a new disease na until now nilalaban natin. Wala naman tayong idea on how fatal this is, pero how yung transmissibility niya. Pero I think ang submission ko dyan is that it should be covered. Kasi again, that the death there is beyond the control of the person insured. So I'm not seeing any reason why bakit i-deny ang insurance claim based on COVID.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Alfred Campañano. Yeah. Alfred Campañano And that's it for today's Kalingang Katribo. I'm Vernon Velasco. Good afternoon.